tiba, Ramadan tiba, Ramadan tiba. Marhaban ya
Coloring is to make the food more attractive, interesting, appealing, appetizing, and informative. Okay, the food coloring has many of advantage and disadvantage. Okay, there are. If you want to know it, stay tuned, and my friends will present about it later. Okay, thank you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I would like to present about types of tires. I have searched on the internet about the information of types of tires and I have found 9 types of tires. I will present based on what I understand, and if I get wrong, please correct me. Okay. The first type of tires is acid tires. Acid tires belong to various subclasses such as nitroso, and others. This type of tires is water soluble. Its affinity to wool, silk, and nylon fiber. That's the first one. The second one is basic tires. Basic tires, the properties of basic tires are generally sulfonium. This type of tires is also a water soluble. It can be applied on cotton and the other types of fiber and leather. Second one. The third one is direct tires. Direct tires generally sodium salt of sulfonic acid. This tires is also water soluble. Its affinity directly to fiber. This kind of tires is poor fastness to wash, but the cheaper one. Okay, the fourth one is modern tires. Among the other types of all fibers, this modern tires is the oldest one. They have no affinity to textile, but it can be applied to protein fiber. These tires can be formed in soluble color on the fiber. Okay, that's the fourth. Okay, the fifth one is sulfur tires. The properties of sulfur tires are complex organic. They are insoluble in water, but soluble under reduced condition. This type of tires can be applied on cotton, silk, and fur. The sixth type of tires is azoic tires. This type of tires is not ready-made tires. This type of tires can be applied on cotton, silk, and fur. Okay. The seventh one is wet tires. The properties of wet tires are very fast color and insoluble in water. That's the seventh one. Okay. The eighth one is reactive tires. The properties of reactive tires are directly combined with cellulose by chemical bonding. This type of tires have excellent wash fastness. Among the others, this was the fast one to wash. Okay, this type of tires is mainly used on cotton, wool, and silk. Okay, then the eighth one. Okay, we go for the last one is disperse tires. This type of tires are suitable for synthetic fibers such as polyester and nylon. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Kamal Al-Hadi bin Ali, and today I'm going to talk about the use of dye. But before we start, I would like to explain one more time about the difference between dyes and pigments and the similarities of both of them. Even though my friend talked about it, I would like to explain one more time. So firstly, the difference between pigments and dyes are pigments are insoluble in water while dyes are soluble in water. That's different, okay? But somehow dyes can be insoluble in water. But how? How can it be insoluble? The way we want to make dyes become insoluble, we just add salt into it. So the salt will create a lack pigments that will cause the dyes become insoluble. So that is the way to make dyes become insoluble. Just adding some salt, adding salt into it. Okay. So next one, similarities between dyes and pigments. Both of them are color, but both of them are color because they absorb only some wavelengths in visible light or visible light. So that is the reason why they are color. So since I have explained about the difference and similarities between dyes and pigments, so we go to the use of dyes. Okay? The use of dyes, there are lots of use of dyes. Okay? The first use of dyes are used widely for industries, for ink and ink, for inks and pigments. Okay? So other than that, textile and industries also use dyes as cloth coloring. So I will explain why dyes being used for cloth coloring is because first, as we know, that dyes are soluble in water, so that is why textile industries choose dyes instead of pigment for their to color their clothes. Okay. So other than textile industries, dyes also used to conduct electricity, since dyes are soluble in water, so it is very good for dyes to conduct. It is very good for dyes to conduct electric. Okay? So, and lastly, the use of dyes also in cosmetic. The reason why dyes used in cosmetic because it is free from heavy metal. So that's why dyes used for that is why dyes used for cosmetic. Okay? So that's all from me. Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is ISH150 and I'm from ISH150. I will present about properties of dyes. Okay. The properties of dyes, I will give you two major of the dyes, type of the dyes. It is natural and synthetic. For natural, I will give you three under the tree. Okay. For because it's so many, so I will explain three only. Okay. One of them is carolinoids. So I don't know its name. Carolinoids is rich in vitamin and minerals. It is mainly for orange, red, and yellow color that function for our body because it's antioxidant. Okay. for the next, caloric is comes from sweet potatoes and pumpkins. Okay. Okay, for the next is synthetic food of dyes. Okay, synthetic is not good for us because it will harmful for our body. Okay. And why most of people use this type of dyes to manufacture the food? Why? Because it's so cheap and well used and can keep for a long time. Okay, that's why people choose this type. Okay, I will give you some of the ingredients such as petroleum. You know petroleum? It mostly used for vehicles, but it can use for food. That's why I don't think it's so good because it has hydrocarbon that you know. Okay. The second is ammonia. The ammonia is a gas, smell gas. I don't know, but it's not good. It's not good thing. Okay, for the last thing, okay, for the next is synthetic food of dyes. Okay, synthetic is not good for us because it will harmful for our body. Okay. And why most of people use this type of dyes to manufacture the food? Why? Because it's so cheap and well used and can keep for a long time. Okay, that's why people choose this type. Okay, I will give you some of the ingredients such as petroleum. You know petroleum? It mostly used for vehicles, but it can use for food. That's why I don't think it's so good because it has hydrocarbon that Okay. The second is ammonia. The ammonia is a gas, smell gas. I don't know, but it's not good. It's not good thing. Okay. For the last thing, I will give you three, but the function of these three are same. It is butanol, methanol, and ethanol. But the ingredient is same. It's flammable alcohol liquid. It's some liquid, right? Okay, that's why it's so harmful for our body. Okay, that's for Assalamualaikum.
Hands up everybody to the party tonight. Performance by DJ Opus.
What's up, gang? It's Ipan. What is on the news today? Okay, so for this session, I will talk a little bit about advantage of dyes. So let's get started. Okay, first of all, I have discovered from internet which there are a lot of advantage of dyes that can be useful for our lives and especially for our foods. And the first advantage is the food that we eat become more attractive and it feels like the food is tastier than it looks. Okay, as we know, one of the function of dye is the color, the flavor that we put in the food, and at the same time, after that, the color of the food change. So what can conclude is the appearance of food affect people's choice, which we can imagine by eating same color of food, we feel like boring, we feel like not excited, we feel like there are no other type of difference. Okay. So by putting a variety of color which is dyes in the food, it will ensure that people feels more excited, feels more enjoyable to eat the foods. Hence, the safety of the ingredient in the dyes is ensured safely. Okay, so now we move on to the second advantage, which is it is easy to obtain. It is because we can easily find it from any type of biological resources such as vegetables and fungi, which as we know, it provides the majority of natural dye production. Plus, by using natural dyes over these other choices, we actually are helping preserve the environment and lowering human dependence on harmful products.
Okay, what can we understand here from the statement that I give you is mostly dyes can be easily found from natural or biological sources. The easy example is like vegetables tadi lah. Okay, after that, by we taking the dyes, we actually are not harmful to environment in our country, which as we know the environment of our country is at the critical level. So why not we use dyes from now to reduce or to decrease the level or the risk of what we get from using harmful resources to ensure the environment in our country feel safety and clean. Okay, so I hope you all clear and understand from my previous explanation, because now we will proceed to the last advantage of dyes, which is it also has good solubility and easily mixed with food ingredients. A lot of methods are usually being applied to commercial dye formulations under conditions which is used for the process of textile dyeing. Okay, the simple example that I can give you is, you know, sweet. The small sweet is colorful, isn't it? Actually, it has the same ingredients, but what makes it different is their color, which is the dyes. You guys, don't worry about its safety because thousands of experiments has been discovered, and most of the result of the experiment is the same, which is it takes effect from the appearance of the food, not the ingredients within the food. Plus, by we can see a variety color of food, it will increase our excitement to eat the food. Like, the colorful, I want to eat that, I want to eat that. We have a multiple choice of food that we can eat, and also our safety and the ingredients of the food is ensure safety from scientists.
Ask lagi ya.
1, 2, 3, go.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad ISH150 from ISH150. Today I want to present about dyes, at least advantage dyes in food. First, dyes in food can cause hyperactivity in sensitive children. First of all, there are many types of dyes, which is yellow 5, yellow 6, and red 14. So, yellow 5 can cause irritability, restless, depression, and difficult to sleep. Some children, their body doesn't work with chemical that yellow 5 give. Secondly, dyes in food can make some of people get an allergy. This is because from my research, 52% had an allergic reaction to artificial food dyes. Most allergic reactions are not life-threatening. However, if you have symptoms of an allergy, it may be beneficial to remove artificial food dyes from your diet. Lastly, disadvantage of dyes in food is cause damage to the urinary system. This is because our kidney can filter the chemical product properly that what we eat. So as long as we keep consume the chemical product, our kidney can digest as normal again. So from this we can know the excessive food coloring not good to our body. That's all from me. Thank you.